Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the First 10. Today's kind of a cool activation. We're at the Thomas Hart Benton Home and Studio State Historic Site, Missouri's smallest state park. And we're going to do a CW activation here. It is an amazing neighborhood. And the park ranger, he really didn't call himself a park ranger, but his name was Joe. And he let me into the studio, gave me a tour. I gave him a big spiel about Parks on the Air, and so we kind of built a rapport, and hopefully the activators that come after me do the same thing. But basically in this area, it's really tight. You're literally parking on a residential street, so I wouldn't come when it's busy. I'm here on a weekend. They're getting close to wrapping up, and there's plenty of parking here for me, but as you can see, you're literally parking in front of the spot. So hope you guys enjoy the activation. Stay tuned.
Rita painted the walls pink, this kind of frost pink that is throughout the house. She thought it flattered the work. He did maquettes as part of his process. Sometimes he had sculptures cast in bronze. That's the Time magazine that he was featured on in '39 that really helped launch him. Self-portrait with Rita. So those are reproductions, but we've got a drawing of Jesse on the sofa and
This is the
interior
sofa.
elements. And this painting, this is a reproduction poster. Reproduction of a card that was printed on. That is the piece that those drawings helped create. But it's from that vantage point, and things are kind of as they were late 40s. This is our first original. It's a still life. Not what many people expect from Tom, because it's not telling a story, but every year or two we do a still life for a variety. Saturday night with at Tom Benton's jam session, but it's in the image, it's really chamber music. There they are on the steps you were seated on.
Wow.
Unusual fireplace.
Isn't it?
It seems to fit them. It's like the strong vertical wrapping lines. One of Tom's techniques.
Did he was part of the architectural plans in this house?
He wasn't at all. It preceded him. They came to Kansas City in 35. The dining room, the parties will start here. Rita's a great cook.
Does he have any of his artwork at the Nelson Art Gallery?
They have some really great pieces. They have Persephone, a nude that he did in the late 30s while he's teaching at the Kansas City Art Institute. One of his most iconic works. Yeah, you're gonna find he did a lot of work over the years, and there's great pieces across. But we could dive into race and how he depicted blacks and Native Americans. These are originals. They're small piece. They're color studies. They precede a larger piece as part of the process. But that's kind of a big color study. Some of these works are on loan to us from like the family of the guy that appears on this one. These are their liquor bottles. Tom loved bourbon, but they enjoyed having drinks with friends.
Trader Vic's.
Yeah, great. There's like Everclear and some weird spirits there. Also, he was a big fan of the Chiefs, attended Super Bowl IV, and afterwards to celebrate, he was down on the field sketching the players. The Chiefs beat the Vikings in Super Bowl IV, but he did 2 bronzes, a lithograph, and a painting. That one's called Contact. That's patterned after Len Dawson, by the way. Reproduction, original, showing blacks doing hard labor in the 30s and 40s, but also bringing awareness to their situation. He had many friends of different ethnicities, but the abstract, not what you expect from him. It looks like it's from the teens, but that one's actually from '74. He did 3 little ones to show how he composed his work.
Okay.
And the kitchen, if you'd like your spaghetti recipes in there, but it's a whole time capsule in itself. It was originally the pantry, but Rita got here, thought that would make a nice kitchen being right off the dining room. Want to check the upstairs?
Love to.
There's a movie tie-in, kind of like Grapes of Wrath on that one, but very macabre. Louisiana, swamp. And then Burl Ives, actor, folk musician, friend of Tom's, did his painting portrait first and then the litho.
Okay.
Tom's study. Yeah.
My wife would love this room.
These are his books. It's from the Epic series, a reproduction of one of them that the Nelson Atkins has.
Okay.
Early still life doesn't look like his other stuff because it's early. And RCA from 1974. It's an X100. Rita liked Gunsmoke, that was her show.
Yeah.
Primary bedroom, like a studio apartment, more pink walls, artwork. Famous photographers took photos of the Bentons. That's by Alfred Eisenstadt, a friend, and he shot for Time and Life magazine. Our sewing machines in the sunroom, got a screened-in porch, fireplace.
A cool place.
Yeah.
They've done such a great job of keeping this house up.
Over a little room, and Tom's over here. He'd crash there if Rita was up late or had ailments. He wanted to get to bed early, get out to the studio. Tostic is his name. He's still around. But through here, access to the basement. This was the original kitchen. Rita turned it into her office. She added a bathroom, we added a bigger one. But this is where our gift shop is. Little garden porch there.
Okay.
That's the condensed dog and pony show.
All right. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, thanks.
You do a great
appreciate
job.
you also. It's good to have you share with others.
Let's talk about something you're going to hear during today's activation. The volume of white noise you will hear on the KX2 is circumstantial based on the atmosphere's reaction to the solar conditions and the power of the transmitting signal. Radio waves can be received as strong signals or weak signals. And the volume of white noise, in today's case, it's necessary to turn up the CW tone volume because of weak signal propagation. The width filter on the KX2 is great to isolate a CW tone for an operator-to-operator extended rag chew. However, when you have multiple stations calling you during a Pota activation, the filter width needs to be wider to capture all the operators calling with slight difference in their pitch of CW tone. This is to prevent zero beating, which is when many stations are using the same tone pitch to contact you. Zero beating makes it very difficult for operator-activator to make out individual stations for a QSO. Weak signal propagation is why you will hear the persistent white noise in the background. The stronger the receiving signal, the lower the white noise the volume has to be. And that's my tech tip. All right, got my KX2 back. Pretty excited about that. We're sitting in the garden of the Thomas Hart Benton home and studio state historic site. We're in the city. You're going to have city noise in the background, but we're going to try to focus on getting our Morse code CW first 10 QSOs on Parks on the Air. Not the best conditions right here. I'm sitting on some rock that's all uneven from my keyer. I have got us on 14.056, and we're going to go ahead and spot. Make sure that gets in. Okay, got that. See what we can do here. All right, John, my regular. I've got to check something real quick here. Okay, Missouri. I had it right. Fusion. Come on, iPad. Sorry for chopping up your call. Thank you, Buzz. We're at 11 QSOs already. I'm gonna finish this out. I'm gonna do one more here. All right, I'm gonna close this out here. All right, guys, thanks so much for being with me on another episode of the First 10. If you'd like to subscribe, like, or comment, that would help me. And I will answer any comments you guys have out there. 7 threes. Have a great day. Get outside and play radio.